Well, I did it in one take. Beat the boss on my first try, and I'm kind of happy about that. Because I actually know what the F to do. Knew what the F to do. One thing I do have to say, though, is that I did apply my my health upgrade, and I ground out about 3 levels before I started this boss fight. Which if I didn't, I wouldn't have, because you will see eventually at some point. But I'm gonna have Blue Lotus give you the lowdown on how to play this boss as Yunica. Let's go.
This boss has many segments along its body. The only way to drain its health bar is to destroy these segments, and then after all the segments are destroyed, the head will be vulnerable. While the boss is climbing on the wall, you should charge up your yellow attack and use it under the segments you wish to damage. While the boss is on the wall, the segments that are not broken will create balls of electricity that will strike the ground after a short period of time. After a while, the boss will come down off the wall and start chasing you around the arena. If you are in its line of sight, it will shoot a lightning attack from its mouth that will knock you down on your behind and damage you. You will also get damaged if the head of the boss touches you. When a segment of the boss is destroyed, it will start spawning purple bombs that will explode into a bubble of poison gas after a few seconds. These can be attacked before they explode to knock them off the stage. Around half health, the boss will start to form a wheel when on the ground and will then roll around the arena, leaving a flame trail behind. The best strategy to dodge the wheel is to alternate in between the outside of the ring and the inside on every pass he makes around the arena. Once all the segments are destroyed, you can attack the head and end the fight.
Yep. Like I said, unlike Hugo, where I took about 14 tries to beat this fight, beat him in one try, because I actually remembered what I was doing. I mean, when I originally played the game, it took me multiple tries to do this with Yunica and with Hugo. Mostly because I don't think I ever knew about charging your abilities besides the flame ability. I thought you only charged the flame ability, which was really stupid of me. Don't know why I didn't ever try. You get a lot of segments when he folds himself over like that. If you do a charge. You can do it without charging it, but I like charging it. And, you know, you just gotta be careful and know what you're doing. Just attack the segments whenever you can. Really freaking careful. Those freaking bombs. I'm trying to go from head to tail with these segments. Also, you have to be careful not to get too close to the inner wall when you do your slam, because it won't do any damage if you are too close to the wall. So, yeah. It's all about pretty much you know, just killing the segments as fast as possible. Trying to manage these bombs gets really tedious. And then this happens. Here's the wheel attack that Blue Lotus was talking about. And he didn't seem to go in and out as much as he did with Hugo, but I'm still suggesting going in and out each time. Except for there, when he knocks me on my butt. Also, he will always stop where there are segments close to the ground to make it easier for you to attack. Which is kind of dumb. But, of course, the only real segment he had there was that one. Now he's just rolling slowly, which it didn't have Blue Lotus really talk about. But it's not really that important. Also, you can get poisoned in this fight because of the poison bombs, and that's never good. But I have 14 health here. And I got poisoned. At 5 health. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. I don't believe poison can outright kill you, but I'm not 100%. But, I'm at 1 health. And I noticed, it seems that instead of chasing you when he's this low health, he tends to run away from you. Which I found interesting. Which really kind of saved my life. Because I could just wait over here until he decided to climb up on the wall. And then I'm like I'm trying to go for him, and it's just like, just take your time. But yeah, when he's like this, he tends to, I was really afraid there. But I was afraid he was gonna do his little laser thing. And then I almost ran into the poison there, and I stopped myself because I wanted to kill him so bad. But I did it with 1 health on my first try. Oh my gosh. That actually felt quite satisfying to know that he gave me so much trouble with Hugo. Mostly because I was dumb. But he gave me so much trouble. And we're gonna keep going. Because I'm not going to make this like a 7-minute video. I can't even tell exact times on this. But, I just cut there to, save. I didn't buy anything. And now we are in Guilty Fire. One of the, longest segments. But I'd say, actually, now that I remember, I'd say that Demon Core is technically longer, simply because it basically has another level in the middle of it. Whereas, Guilty Fire only really has, like, the only thing that makes it longer is the, one thing in the middle of it. Basically, a lot of these levels get really long. Like, starting here and then going to Silent Sands. Silent Sands is really long because of Brado's Annex and all the stuff you have to do there. Can't remember what the poison place is called. That really isn't too much longer than a normal level. But you do have to go back to Brado's Annex during that level. But that's not really that hard. And then there's Demon Core, which has the Reflection Hall or whatever in the middle of it. These annoying ninja guys I hate so much. Yeah! And, not much else to say. These chickens are jerks. But we're going here, and we meet M again. And just like in Hugo's story, she teleported to the wrong place. And, she calls for Hugo to save her. Hugo don't give 2 poops about you, girl. Hugo don't care. So yeah. I found these guys a lot easier than when I faced them as Hugo. Simply because my green ability actually does damage! And my phone's going off in the background. Damn home phone. And there's all that SP just sitting on the ground, and I can't get it because of this stupid cutscene. Oh my gosh, phone, stop ringing. I'm not gonna answer you. I don't want to talk to a telemarketer. And if it's not a telemarketer, then I'll call my cell phone. And I didn't turn my cell phone off before this recording. So I really hope they didn't. Because I'm dumb. Just like M here, who was getting chased and then warped here instead of to a safe place. Yeah! It happens all the time. I'm just freaking dumb. I don't think that's exactly what she meant to say, but you know. What? Yeah, we found, she has seen Fina. And, Lady Fina. And man's voice. A couple of the goddess's lackeys. Uh-oh. It's the man with claws, or as we learned in Hugo's storyline, Toll Fact, Hugo's older brother. But Yunica doesn't know that, and neither do we, technically. I just spoiled part of the game. Oops. It's not really that big of a deal. We'll find out soon enough. So yeah. So we just told. Blah. That's really awkward to say. That, the goddesses are indeed in this tower, and indeed on this level of the tower. And so he goes searching for her. That was... Who was it? Who was it, M? Oh yeah, I already told the entire audience. Yunica still doesn't know. So, M's going back, and Yunica is going to continue. Because why should we have a collective effort on trying to save our goddesses? Huh? Who knows? Because that would make sense. Anyways, Red Moon Crest. Kind of like the Blue Moon Crest that we got earlier. That opened a gate with a crest-like hole, which, come to think of, we just saw one a couple screens ago. Why don't we go and put the crest in there and see what happens after I kill all these annoying enemies? So yeah, this episode's going to be a bit longer than usual, simply because, as I said multiple times before, we're going from checkpoint to checkpoint whenever I have the chance. Try not to make them, like, over 30 minutes, but, you know, checkpoint to checkpoint. That's my plan. One thing about the, floating phoenix bird things is they will spawn more of these little baby chicks, which can be as annoying as butts. But if you want to, you know, like farm or something, I wouldn't suggest waiting for them to spawn more chicks. But I just suggest, like, clearing a room and then coming back to the room because everything respawns. That's how I ground out some levels right before the last boss. I just went to the last screen with enemies, cleared it out, exit the room, re-entered the room, blah blah blah. It's not as tedious as you really think, but you know, it kind of is tedious, but you know, I got about 3 levels before I didn't want to do it anymore. Isn't too bad. Need that SP. Now, I've recently been playing the Assassin's Creed series on my own time because I haven't really kept up with it since 1. But that makes me think of the freaking Templar symbol. That's all I can think about right now. But that's not important to my Yes Origin playthrough. By the way, I never said welcome to my Yes Origin playthrough, but welcome. Lols. Those birds are freaking annoying. So are the little babies. Little baby phoenixes, little babby phoenixes. Especially since they run freaking fast. Gotta corner them. And here is when I first played this game, which was with Yunica. It was quite hard. I didn't know where to get the Rotafruit for a later part of this area. So, yeah. The Rotafruit is, but it is in fact in this room. And that was kind of stupid. But then again, kind of not. Because, well, I kind of was. Simply because it's supposed to be kind of, you know... They use the tactics that normal games would use for, like, a secret in a game. Which is, remember this symbol? That really wasn't, you know, important. But it was a symbol that you had to use. And, use that to, find the Rotafruit that you need to progress. So I never really liked the design around this screen, the Guilty Fire's, Rotafruit. But we have to put on the Mask of Eyes, or the Mask of Eyes, that's what it is. And yeah, there are enemies around me right now, but I can't tell because that's how the Mask of Eyes works. You can't see enemies, but you can see secrets. Which is a nice little trade-off, because if you could see enemies, there'd be no reason to not have the Mask of Eyes on. But, I never really, like, go around an entire room with the Mask of Eyes. Simply because once you figure out that you have to find those little seals there, then wear the Mask of Eyes. Because the seals show you where you should put the Mask of Eyes on. Little seals on the ground, little marks on the ground, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. You don't really have to go, like, searching. Once you learn. And there's 3 things that they're basically required for you to see. There's only 3 things for use the Stone of Eyes, the Mask of Eyes on. And basically what it is. Mask of Eyes. And here, I'm actually going to try to, except I kind of fail a little bit. Like, completely. Not just a little bit, freaking completely, but, I'm going to skip a lot of these enemies. I will come back to this room. I simply just want to go to the save point and end this episode before it goes on too much longer. And then I fail completely in this room. Oh my gosh. This room I failed so hard in. Oh, you'll see in a moment how bad I fail in this room. But, yeah. And that brings all 3 of those enemies back to full health. So it's just a waste of complete fucking time. Oh, goodness. And I hate these stupid ninja guys. In order to get good damage off on them, you have to basically corner them. And, yeah. It's hard to corner all 3 of them, and I have really nothing else to say because I'm still pretty mad at how I failed that room. But save point is active, and I will see you next episode. Bye.